Well, hey guys, this is Trent at Black Horse Ranch, and I thought it was about time to start keeping everybody up to date again. Um, Sorry for the big long delay. A lot of you guys have been expecting some updates for like a couple of years now. So just thought I'd give you some updates. We're going to start posting videos here, and we got a lot of content that's possible. But I'd be interested to hear what you guys want to hear about, or kind of direct us toward the next chapter of videos that you want to see. So I'm here at the southeast corner of our ranch, down by Keithley Creek. You can hear it in the background. And I just thought I'd do an update, kind of a start out for what's been going on the last couple of years. So we left Australia in April of 2016. It's been over 2 years now. It's hard to believe. But with the intent of coming back here to the States to get a ranch and start doing our thing with the grass-fed beef and raising grass and all that good stuff. So we got 80 acres here in Midvale, Idaho, just in the heart of Middle Valley up here, and we're in the process of getting everything set up. We did first year back from Australia. We did an apprenticeship for a year and learned a lot there, and then we moved to Donnelly, Idaho, which is where we were intending to settle down. It's kind of a more resort area, and a lot of you know our desire and dream of starting a ranch and having a farm stay where people could come just observe or participate or just enjoy the ranch setting. So it's something that we've been striving to do for over a decade, and it's finally starting to become a reality for us. So last November we finally moved into this place here in Midvale, and started in the spring the long hard process of getting this place up and running. This ranch used to be just an alfalfa farm, and so we have put in a bunch of fencing and get a bunch of equipment so we could do hay and get cows going. And so we got our first herd of Aberdeen Angus in May, this last spring, and so they've been doing good. They're up by the house. We're feeding them hay now since we got snow. We've got about 4 inches of snow on the ground right now, and it's just after Christmas, so just into December. And we're for you metric folks, that's about 100 mils, which you probably figured out by now. But we're just in the process of getting this place up and going, and seeing what we can make of it. So we wanted to put this video out there and kind of tap the base and see what you guys want to hear about, and stuff that interests you guys. But I'll show you some other pictures around the ranch here on this video, and kind of mention a few things that we did over the spring, and you guys can chime in and let us know what you want to hear about. So yeah, so here's the creek behind me, and hope you can see that there. And then it goes right out here to the river, which borders one side of our property. So the creek and the river border a side of our property. But so excited to get back on the bandwagon. We're going to try to post regular videos. I'd like to do at least once a week, but since this is our first one, I hate to make any solid commitments, but I'd like to even do more than that if possible. But hopefully you guys will enjoy the updates, and it would benefit us greatly if you subscribed and checked out our videos. So we'll see you around. Our first big project that we did this spring was our guest barn, and this was a barn that was initially
fixed up to have guests stay in it. It was converted from a barn that we think was built somewhere in the 1920s, around there, and we wanted to make this into our main farm stay accommodation, but we had a pipe break, and it froze, and it leaked water all over, and we had to do some demolition. And when we did some demolition, we found that mice had gotten all throughout all the wall cavities and the ceilings and all that kind of stuff. So we basically had to gut it and start from scratch. And so we got through that till the spring, until I had to go to Australia this year. And then it kind of took a back seat to the rest of the farm, because when I got back, we had grass growing, and it was time to get cows and everything. So now we have our Aberdeen Angus, and we got those from a guy here locally in Idaho. We got 12, and they were all females except for one little bull that was born in the spring of 2018. And so we got them on our pasture, and they love the green grass. They had been raised mostly on hay previously, so they put on a lot of weight and growth and everything. And so a lot of our time this spring was getting ready to have those cows here, getting all the equipment, the fencing and all that kind of stuff, or the temporary fencing to keep them contained, getting a horse trailer to transport them, and all that kind of stuff. And so this video here is the first day that they were on our pasture, and they're just gobbling it down. And like I told you before, this was an alfalfa farm, so most of what the cows have and what we have in our pasture is alfalfa, and that's it's something you have to be careful with when you're raising cows, because the cows can actually bloat on the alfalfa. So we tried to start them out with a good mix of grass, but we had a plethora of all that grass and alfalfa, and so we had to do some hay cutting, and also provided feed for our cows for in the winter, so we didn't have to pay for that. And it allows us to make sure that our cows are getting the stuff that we want them to eat, instead of sprayed or GMO stuff. So this is more organic. So you see the pictures of the kids on the tractor. That was one somebody in Midvale let us borrow. He owns a local metal shop here nearby. But these are all pictures of us harvesting our first round of hay and loading it up onto the trailer and getting it all stacked. And so it was a lot of hard work, and we were happy to be done when it was all over. But we ended up doing 3 cuttings of hay this year, and it would have maybe been more, but we had to get our own equipment, and so the way things went, it took a while. But fencing was the main project of this year. We fenced about 2.25 miles of 8-strand high tensile fencing, and before we could even put in fencing, we had to find the fence line and dig out all the old fence. There was 20 to 30 feet of brush in the way in front of some of it, and we got a lot of our firewood for the year from that, and some huge brush piles. And then we started being able to put in our high tensile fence, and the kids did really good. They got to where they could get the whole fence put in while I was putting in posts somewhere else, and so it was a good time, good learning experience for all of us. And so there's the kids all putting fencing in and all that, and so we also had to get a bunch of equipment. Like I mentioned before, the tractor was a big thing. We had to borrow a couple different tractors throughout the season, and of course, other people are trying to use their equipment too. So we went to auctions and Craigslist, and I got a bunch of equipment. And then we got our bull, and that was toward the end of the season. And there he is. His name's Bruiser, and that's basically what we did this spring. Kind of in a quick nutshell, and definitely want to go into more of that stuff in detail as things go on. So anyway, thanks for watching, and again, subscribe and post some comments, and let us know what you want to see and that kind of stuff. So we'll try to get it all lined up for you. All right, we'll talk to you later.